So I'll be going on in 2 minutes. It's something that seems to be selling really well today. I mean, there are a lot of individuals on social media who, would screw up on social media, who would maybe say something rude, but it could just fly by or pass because you can just delete it or say something and it goes by. But that's not the same thing when it comes to corporate businesses, right? With people who are scrutinized day in, day out, which is why our conversation today will be around whether or not controversy is good business or bad business.
And also, if you ever, because it's almost inevitable to stay out of controversy 100%. So sometimes brands, individuals, celebrities, influencers would always get into some controversial settings. But however, when you get into a controversial setting, either by your doing or by something viral, or maybe something you said, what do you do afterwards? How do you make the most of that?
Right.
And then we have the perfect person to talk to us about this today. So this is something you want to stick around for and pay close attention, because you cannot stay away from controversy.
I tell you.
It's impossible.
I tell you. Well, we have a certified relationship and mental expert. She's also an intellectual entertainer. Yes, the person of Okoro Blessing Nkirika, popularly known as Blessing CEO. Hello, Blessing.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Absolutely.
You look amazing, by the way.
Yeah, you're glowing on a Wednesday morning.
Thank you.
So I know you've been in Lagos a couple of days now.
Yes.
And it's really crazy to think that you've been shaking all these tables from Enugu State.
Everybody keeps saying that.
Absolutely. I honestly didn't even think that too. I thought you've been here all along.
No.
I learned that this morning. I was like, okay, interesting. Nice one.
All right, so you're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Before we get into the controversial talk and all of that, I mean, when I was going through your profile, I saw that you own the first therapy lounge in Africa.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I felt like, okay, what's the setting of this lounge and how is it the first of its kind?
Okay, I realized that a lot of people who do therapy just probably they're bloggers online. They don't have like a proper office. And those who even do therapy are either probably medical doctors or something. They just use that therapy to, But as a person, I tried to set up a proper lounge as a therapist. So it's one of its kind, because when people come around, they're like, is this in Nigeria? Exactly. So
Listen, we all need therapy in this
I swear.
A lot of things are not going really well. We need everybody needs therapy.
Exactly.
Just maybe.
You're right.
Actually. But also, like, how would you... So you know how people know you for different things, and then you've also evolved since you blew up, and you've done a lot of things. You're an investor, you're a businesswoman, doing great stuff. Like, you're a woman of your own, and you're charting your own path, charting your own course, which is fantastic. But then, how would you describe yourself? So, because people have different ideas of you, but how would you describe yourself to people? What would you say Blessing CEO is?
I'm just going to say, like I said on my bio, I'm an intellectual entertainer. I want to pass my message to people differently.
Right.
And looking at my target audience are the young people, which are the youths.
Okay.
So looking at the market, you see that the youths don't want to read. They are not so settled. They are looking for entertainment. So you need to be able to catch their attention by entertaining them, making them laugh, making them excited before they can at least pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's basically what I do.
So pretty much educating through entertainment.
Exactly.
Wow,
that's the word.
Fantastic stuff.
Good way to go. All right, so into the conversation about controversy and business. It's true that controversy can build a brand, but it can also shatter the brand. I like to use Donald Trump as an example. Whether you love Donald Trump or you loathe him, the truth is controversy took him to where he was or where he got to as the US president.
Also was a major part of his undoing.
Exactly. So you see, he's a perfect example. And I'd like to know now, how do you make sure you fall firmly in the category that controversy builds your brand instead of shattering the brand? In fact, simply put, what kind of controversy is the right kind? Because obviously that's what you leverage on.
Yeah. So I feel there's what we call strategic controversy. You strategize. It's like I used to tell most of my audiences that everything I'm doing is intentional. So when I see them sometimes bantering and fighting, I pity them because I know what I'm
know what
doing.
you're doing.
Exactly. It's when you do not know what you're doing, that's when it becomes a problem. So there's what is called strategic controversy, because I used to say, the common African market like what they hate. They pretend like they don't like it, but they enjoy it. So you could use that to pull their attention and use your content to keep their attention. That's what's called strategic controversy.
So it means like the public disagreement, and you place yourself strongly in one side and have people either take your side or disagree strongly with you.
Exactly.
And I must say that can lead to a lot of backlash. It's something you must be ready for.
Exactly.
Backlash will definitely come, even from people you least expect. And you're a brand. You're trying to build a brand. You want people to love you. No matter what you're putting out there, you want people to eventually love you. So what happens when it goes so wrong that it begins to mar your brand, which is something you're trying to build? Because a lot of businesses, like, I can begin to count the number of businesses that they sit down and they just want to take out a good campaign, a social media, and it goes wrong, completely wrong, and they lose almost everything they have worked for. So how do you now put something out there when you know a lot of people will disagree with you? It will affect your brand. How do you deal with all the mental stress
And the
comes
backlash
along,
that
the
comes with it,
backlash
especially
and
the
everything?
backlash, and especially just to add to that real quick, we know how social media can be, and some people are very unfair and unkind with their comments. So you that being deliberately controversial, how do you handle all those cold, harsh comments? I see some of them, I'm like,
Now, because like I said, it's a deliberate thing. So
Right.
you just sit back and you just laugh. I laugh it away because it's deliberate. And like she said something like, how do you handle it when you get out there? Now,
Gets out of hand.
I learned something. Not everybody is your audience. Not everybody will give you money. Not everybody will like you. There are still some people that are going to, not everybody is your customer. The problem is we want to get everybody to be our customer. And that is always the challenge. No matter how good you are, there will still somebody that will say, I beg, she's too calm. I beg, she's too, there will always be those people. So you cannot be good for everybody. So that's why when you're doing strategic controversy, you have what is called a target audience. You know the kind of market you're looking for. There's a time they'll be looking for someone that is so bold, someone that is so loud to sell a particular product. So first of all, you need to understand your target audience. Do you understand? And know the people you want to reach out to. Then also, when you're strategic, simply means you know when to start and you know when to stop. So that strategy gives you a limit so that you don't go overboard.
Overdo it, right.
Exactly. So
That's
that's
All right,
fantastic stuff.
interesting. So you find a way to match
Balance it.
controversy to your
Balance it.
brand image.
Exactly.
And you know where to draw the line. Interesting. Now, during the outbreak of COVID-19, I love to talk about this with all my guests because I mean we all went through 2020. and I
Exactly.
It was
saw how
depressing. It was I mean, I don't think
crazy.
that any year has been that challenging for me, both mentally and otherwise. So
All
it
right,
was really
it was.
something.
And you know you're a relationship expert, as I saw in your bio, and a lot of relationships last year broke. A lot of
Shattered.
people saw themselves for who they were during the COVID-19 lockdown. And even though some persons will complain about how they had job losses, people like you would have had a lot of clients coming in and laying complaints. How was it like?
It was just like the name of my brand. It was a breakup and a makeup. Some people got to know each other well, and some people realized that they didn't even know each other so well. So it was just a mixed feeling of both. It helped. I believe it helped because it helped a lot of family bond.
Yeah.
There's some men that have never been at home for 24 hours.
Sure.
Some
I
men
remember, sorry,
don't-
just to add to what you said, I remember a woman actually posting something saying, "Wow, I've been with my husband for 3 weeks now, and I realized that I don't even know
No,
this man."
exactly. So it actually helped them bond, for them to get to know it. Some men don't even know their kids.
Okay.
And it got some men to begin to appreciate their women, their wives, saying, this is what you guys go through every day. So I think it was a bit of both.
Okay.
But I think it helped more. It's except those people that have been having misunderstanding that has been lingering.
Right.
You know, when you're having a misunderstanding that has been lingering and you guys are apart, it's easy to just wave it away because the person comes and go. But when the person is around, then that's when you guys actually know that, okay, this shit ain't working. So I think that's what it did. I think it helped more.
But were you
Then-
overwhelmed at some point, like getting a lot of people reaching out to you?
Yeah,
I mean, even
I
though you love to help and it's passion and you do, this is what you do professionally as well, it could be overwhelming. Did you get overwhelmed? Like,
Yeah,
at
I
some
did.
point?
That was when I knew that these people have problem. Oh. There's problem in this country.
Right.
So it was.
Right.
It was.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, there's also something interesting, that which I never saw coming. So you actually also worked with the police pension.
Yeah, I
Is
did.
that true?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. Look at that. So, what was that like? What was the experience like? In what capacity did you work at? What was your position?
I was the customer rep at some time. The police pension actually even helped what I do because we're working with the retired police. So you have to have a lot of empathy. Some of them have lost their money. Some of them have died.
Yes,
so
waiting for their money and stuff.
it's part of the therapy too. So you have to be patient with them. You know, the old people. So it kind of helped channel the direction I was headed to.
Oh, that's amazing stuff, man. I didn't see that coming at all.
Now,
Great stuff.
Yeah, and interesting. The truth is, a lot of persons are jumping on controversy now, which is why I like to mention this, which is why we see a lot of cross-dressers. It's not because something they really love, most of them now, because I feel like people love to see this. People love to talk about it. People, even your haters will follow you. People that claim to not like it will always... So controversy is indeed selling. And personally, I feel somehow it is leading to a whole lot of misinformation. People know you want to listen to what doesn't really sound right, and they come out there, they say with so much confidence, and they just live it. Why? Because they want crowd. They want to chase a lot of crowd and people to listen to them. So what would be your advice to young people, both those who are serving as an audience and those who are trying to leverage on controversy now to widen their audience or their reach? What would be advice to them now in respect to misinformation?
First of all, like I said, be strategic. I used to give this illustration. As a beautiful woman, your beauty is going to attract a lot of people, but what you have inside is going to keep them. Now, I'm this kind of person. I use controversy to attract you, and I use my content to keep you. I get all these compliments a lot. Oh, blessing, she's intelligent. Oh, blessing, she's this. Now, first of all, when you see me out there, you think, this girl, she's not. So the whoa simply means, wow, she actually has something upstairs. So if you want to be controversial, you need to be strategic. That it simply means having a direction. Do you understand? And let it be that, okay, this person is just doing this just to pull this attention, but it's just like you want to be heard. And in Nigeria, if you know they craze, they no go hear you. Normal people, they know they hear them. So let that craze be the, okay, hear me out. It's like using a microphone to scream, and they're like, okay, what do you have to say? And there's actually something you have to say. So just be strategic. Don't just be a clout. Because these days, everybody wants to clout.
Cloud chasing.
And all those stuff. Have something that, so when these people actually come close, you keep them around you. Because one thing is, it's not just to build followers. They will go. If they come and they say that you don't have anything to offer, they will go.
Yes.
So when you're calling them and you're doing all your drama, make sure there is something you actually want to give to these people.
Right.
So, Nollywood. Are we going to see Blessing starring in some movies? Because, to be honest, like, from some of your content, I love your content.
Have you seen her TikTok?
Yes, you're already in character. So it would, personally, this is what I think of, and I want you to answer us honestly, but I think that it would, the industry will be missing out if you don't go into it. And plus, you just make a whole lot of money. You're already naturally an actor. So tell us about, are we going to be seeing, Blessing CEO doing some acting, or starring in some movies, major movies?
Maybe. But I'm going to have to be very picky because I don't want to deviate from what I do.
Okay.
Any movie I would want to do must be passing a strong relationship and marital message.
Oh, nice.
I intend to have my own TV soap operas and honored words. So I intend to do that in the long run, but very picky about it. I don't want to be an actress.
You don't want to be.
I still want to be that intellectual entertainer. For every time you see Blessing on screen, there's something she wants to pass, because I realize that the young people don't like to read. So I feel drama passes the message more. That's why I decided to choose that dramatic. So even if they don't want to hear you, they at least want to watch you. So I think that part would work for me.
Okay, this has been an amazing time, really.
Absolutely,
We've been
really
speaking
interesting
with the Okoro Blessing in Kiruka. Most of you know her as Blessing CEO. And we've been talking controversial issues and how they can either build your business or mar your business.
And how to handle it. Blessing said something really important. And you know what, just to add to what she said again, even in the mainstream Western scene, entertainment scene, right? Say for example, when they're about to put out a new artist, they build a dream and a story and some controversy around that artist actually as marketing tools. So they know how to do it. It's deliberate. It's skewed towards making this artist get accepted. And we're like, who's this new person? Why is this person dressed like this? And then you hear the music and you're like, okay.
But can I ask a question?
Good, yeah.
What's your understanding of controversy?
It's usually like it's a disagreement. people look for what's that issue that people disagree on strongly, and then you pick a side and you stick to that side strongly. You don't move, you don't shake from that side, and you have people attacking you. You know attacks will come, and they keep attacking you, but then you still have those people who are on your side. So you just comfort yourself with those people.
I mean, for me, I feel like controversy is just stirring up conversations and arguments. That's just pretty much what it is. So with everything you do, you want to stir up. You want to stir up something. And again, just like you said, most times if you want to be really controversial, you want to be on the unpopular side of things. So unpopular opinion. So everybody thinks this is what it is, and you be like, nope, this is actually what I think it is. Everybody's like, is this person over? How would you say this? So controversy is literally just.
But I believe controversy is just being honest. Yes.
Which may also be.
Okay. I said something in one of my videos where I said, if you sleep with a married man, hellfire. You sleep with your boyfriend, hellfire. You are another hellfire. That was the reality. But people just want to lie to themselves. Now, these are the truths that they know. But when you say it, it looks as if you're saying something that is off key. I think if you watch a lot of controversial stuff, there are things that people shy away from, and they are always the honest truth. People do not want to talk about. So look at that controversial person. Is that bold person that is bold to say no, it's not supposed to be like, and actually it's not actually supposed to be like that. But we just want to go with the norm because we don't want to be attacked. So that controversy simply means I don't want trouble. Let me just stay on the safe side. If everybody is saying yes, let me just go ahead. I'm trying to say this for those people who might not understand the meaning of controversy. So it's like you have a belief and you stick, just like you say, you stick to that belief and you say, no matter what you guys say, we die here.
But also, I feel just like you also added, which I think is a caveat, knowing when not to overdo it. For example, doing something that hurts the sensibilities of others, is also a very big tool. Because now somebody will now say, bless the CEO say that should be controversial. I want to be famous, and tomorrow they go say some very insensitive
you begin
stuff.
to see some really annoying things people do, and they expect people to take their side.
Yes,
and
because they're controversial or something. No, so you need to know when
to stop,
not to overdo, when not to stop. You need to skew it properly. If you're going to be deliberate and learn from her, maybe you should watch her videos, follow her on social media, and also learn how to do it. But know when not to cross boundaries and also not to hurt other people's sensibilities, because that's very important.
All right, we'll have to wrap it up at this point now. We have to let you go. You could talk forever on this topic. I hope that you've learned a thing or two. Controversy can be used to your advantage, but you have to be very careful. She has said you need to draw the line. Thank you so much, Okoro Blessing Kirika, for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
I do hope you make it available to have conversations like this.
No problem.
All right, and that's still the Breakfast Connect show on Africa Business Radio. A couple of minutes to the end of the show, and I'll take you through the market numbers from yesterday. Stay right here.
Stay here.
Thank you.